Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 7. I'm Kuri. Today we come to you from the dream destination for any MBA aspirant. They say that once you make it here, you're set for life. Yes, we are at IIM Ahmedabad, the prize jewel of the home state of the Prime Minister of India. One of the few Indian business schools to have earned global acclaim. IIMA's MBA program is ranked the world's 26th best according to the Financial Times ranking for 2015 and has consistently ranked number 1 in India year on year. But their performance at IIM has never achieved the same laurels. Having stood second in Season 1, they won the competition in Season 2. But thereafter, it was one slippery slope. Finishing 4th in Season 3, IIMA slipped down to the 9th place in Season 4, further down to the 13th in Season 5, and stood last in the competition last year. The case study for IIM Ahmedabad comes from redBus, the online bus and hotel ticketing company in India. It was founded in 2006 and then the IBBO group took it over by 100% acquisition in the year 2013. The group has 3 products, redBus, BOGDS and SeatSeller that serves the fragmented bus industry in the country. With 2,000 buses and over 80,000 routes, it has revolutionized the online bus ticketing company in India. The bus booking sector in India is unorganized and highly fragmented, with the overall size of the industry slated at an approximate 20,000 crore rupees. Of the 14% tickets sold online, redBus commands a market share of about 75%. Of the total seats booked daily on redBus, only 20% are booked by female travellers. Of that, 44% are single travellers and 39% travel with one companion. The company believes that women travellers are key drivers in the future growth of the category and has asked IIM Ahmedabad to help focus their strategies towards this sector. The challenge for the teams is to understand the female travellers of India by decoding their travel plan, find out what's the key triggers and barriers faced by female consumers while booking tickets online, find out the category dynamics of travel, and create a marketing plan to map out how the company can target the female customer segment. With that, it's time now to meet the top 5 teams from IIM Ahmedabad.
Hi, my name is Shalini and I interned with Unilever in the summers.
My name is Udeep. I interned with TAS.
And the third member of the team is Sejal. She interned with GFK. So yes, we are Team Limewater. We couldn't think of a better name than that.
And yeah, obviously you can judge us for that. That's a given.
So Udeep, what would you do if you were not here for Lime? What would you be doing?
Okay, so I would be somewhere up there in Himalayas, maybe 16,000 feet.
Interesting.
Waving around. What would you be doing?
Sleeping mostly. That's what I do when I'm free.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
So yeah, that's what we would be doing if you're not here.
Hi, I am Ashish.
Hi, I am Parth.
We are someone who you won't find in B schools, especially IIM Ahmedabad.
Yes, we are non-engineers. 3 commerce graduates trying to come together and make a mark.
Together, we form Team Wimvians.
And fortunately or unfortunately, we've been stuck together for the last 5 years as classmates.
No, we didn't fail. We are classmates at Sri Ram College of Commerce and we are still continuing to be classmates.
Hey guys, this is Sriharsha Vavilala, the public policy enthusiast who always has too many opinions.
This is Neha Manglik, an enthusiastic kid whose love for anime borders on obsession.
And that guy is Saurav Mundra, best known on our campus for being the crippled beggar. When he's not acting, he's a total nerd.
And we are Team Garden Zillas.
Named on Seth Godin,
the marketing guru.
Hi, I'm Siddharth.
I'm Praveena. And I'm Swati.
We are Team Branded for Life from IIM Ahmedabad. Why are we called Branded for Life? Because that is what IIMA does for you.
Our brand stands for confidence and competitiveness.
Today, we have an exciting case on redBus. It has been a great learning experience so far.
We are competing against the best of the teams and some of the best minds of IIM Ahmedabad, but we are confident that Team Branded for Life is going to ace it.
Hey everyone, we are Team Trimurtis.
We are the creators of new systems, the preservers of love for redBus, and the destroyers of the barriers. I am Ajita Banerjee. I am a chemical engineer from NIT Jaipur and I intern at Coca-Cola. I love to play badminton, sing and read.
I am Anurag Gupta, electronics engineer from IITDM Kanchipuram. I opted out of summer internship to work for my own startup in education field. I'm passionate about traveling and new experiences. Our third member, Sindhu, is currently on a foreign exchange term in Paris.
With that, it's time to dive straight into the campus round. But before that, let me introduce you to the jury panel for the day. First up, we have Anant Rangaswamy from CNBC TV 18. Next, we have Pallavi Chopra, Head of Marketing from redBus. And Abhijit Kulkarni, Brand Development Head for Ice Creams South Asia from Hindustan Unilever. It's time now for the executive pitch from the top 5 teams. Let me call on stage the first team, Team Garden Zillas. Welcome, team.
Actually, our entire on-ground strategy that we spoke about was targeting the parents. Because most of the time, the girls care about these problems because the parents are concerned about it.
We propose that a pooled or a non-pooled service can be availed through the app.
We present to you a woman-friendly scale.
It will be an aggregate of the customers as well as the operators' feedback.
Concerns of security because of remote boarding points, erratic destination time and choice of seat selection is creating unsafe setting and a hassle in travelling back home.
Spreading awareness is one of the main drivers.
It's time for a short break. On the other side, we're going to find out who the top teams are to make it to the final round here at IMA. You're watching Line 7. Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 7 and we're in the middle of the campus round at IIM Ahmedabad. It's time for the first team to make its presentation in front of the jury. Welcome, team. You have 3 minutes on the clock to make your presentation, at the end of which I will sound a buzzer followed by a Q&A with the jury. Are you ready? Your time starts now.
Good evening. My name is Sriharsha and we are the team to Garden Zillas. So firstly, like any other marketing case, we'll talk about segmentations. We segmented based on age and geography. We picked South and West India because redBus already has a strong presence over there. In addition to that, South and West India in general, the routes are much safer. Secondly, we picked the route of 18 to 24, age group of 18 to 24, because this age group is more prone to online bookings. Now, coming to this age group, let's look at the situation right now. The situation is that only 20% of redBus travelers are women. This arises because of 3 problems: lack of safety, lack of hygiene, and inconvenience that is caused due to insensitive conductors and passengers without reservation. But 18 to 24 is an age group that has high tolerance levels and actually see a huge benefit in the last minute bookings. But the parents are hindered by these costs and they influence the decision making process. And this hindrance is shared by the girls as well. So what we plan to do is tackle this by taking 2 approaches. One is make it easier for the parents to let go. Create a perception of safety among the society so that they are able to let go. And secondly, empower the women to empower the girls to take this decision making power and transfer the decision making power from the parents to the girls.
So for this we have an on-ground strategy and an advertising strategy. In the on-ground strategy, we have 3 points. One is information. Currently there is information on punctuality, bus quality and staff behavior, but this is within the bus. Outside the bus, we are planning to add information about the timing and locations of each of the best stops, as well as reviews and ratings on all the food eateries. Second is incentivization. So these ratings and reviews will be put up on the website as well as given as direct feedback for bus service providers to continue choosing better eateries. And the third is that we'll have women conductors now. So this will help. So if a bus is safe for women conductors, it's safe for women passengers. So it gives out a message that this bus is safe. In addition, if this brings in more women passengers, it will increase the revenues, and so more bus service providers will also bring in this same change, women conductors.
Finally, coming to the advertising part, what is our strategy here? We are going to tell women
that independent traveling is something that is already happening, and basically create an aspirational figure. This aspirational figure is Priya, and the campaign is called My Travels Using redBus. Now, what we are basically going to do is that Priya, who is basically a college girl, is going to travel from Gujarat to Kerala, document it on a picture travelogue, and we're going to spread the message using digital, print and television space containing subtle hints about safety, hygiene and comfort. That's it. Thank you.
redBus does not own buses or operate buses.
Right.
Yeah? Therefore, they have little control over what happens in a journey.
Right.
So, what influence do you think they will have on these operators? Did you ever think of incentivizing the operators to improve their services? That I haven't seen anywhere.
So, when we spoke about information, so when we're providing information about, how the operators are behaving or how the conductors are behaving and how the hygiene is in these rest stops, we'll actually pass on this information to the bus owners and we'll incentivize them to take some action instead of us directly taking
by
action.
removing the information asymmetry, we are leading to better competition there, and the competition itself will be an incentive, according to us, for these bus conductors and operators to go to better eateries, to give better services. This is what is happening in all industries, but in buses that is not happening.
What's your rationale for choosing the 18 to 24 year age group for women? Why not somebody who's older, who you can more likely influence, than somebody who's younger, who's more influenced by the parents? You understand? So what is the...
So, since redBus is online booking, 18 to 24-year-olds are the first people that we can influence, and then over time, since this is a major perception change that we're trying to bring, that buses are safe. So, we have to start somewhere, and this is the place where we can reach out directly. They will more easily convert to redBus travelers, and then once the perception has been changed, then the next... in the long term, it can go on.
Don't you think a slightly older woman who's just joined a new job, who's financially more independent, she's more likely to feel safer in a bus, or feel some of these issues that you have raised?
If they have,
because I'm not so convinced whether a 18 to 24-year-old girl is going to bite the bait with this. Seriously, not convinced.
Take a minute.
So, the decision was based on mostly two factors. Firstly, the existing customer base of redBus. Now, the customer base would probably range from 18 to 40, but you'd see that in the south and west, the college goers, the young office goers form a major chunk of redBus. That is one. Secondly, bus travel, the occasion of using bus bookings is mostly last minute bookings. Now, college goers and office goers are people who often book last minute because they have to make certain trips to home, make business trips, make trips on college purposes. But this bracket is not captured well because of the influence of parents. So parents become a major hindering influence, even though this is a major opportunity.
Started assuming saying that your TG is going to be only 18-24. You spoke to the people only on campus, which falls automatically in that TG. Versus you kind of excluded from 24 to 40, which is like bulk. And I don't even know in terms of actual number of travelers, which is a bigger opportunity in terms of the source of growth. That should have been the starting assumption.
The case said that the major women travelers that are there right now are people who are...
it's still 18 to 40, right? That's what
it's
case
still 18
says,
to 40, but within that it said people who are going to college or those who are single office going people. So that we figured was more 18 to 24.
And in addition to that, if they're actually married people, and their safety concern will be much lesser if they're traveling with a spouse. These concerns are much more for the 18 to 24 generation.
Thank you, team. It's time for a short break, and on the other side, the final team makes its presentation in front of the jury. You're watching Line 7. Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 7, and we're in the middle of the campus round at IIM Ahmedabad. It's time now for the second team to make its presentation in front of the jury. Welcome, team. You have 3 minutes on the clock to make your presentation, at the end of which I will sound a buzzer, followed by a Q&A with the jury. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
So again, we'll start with what we know. we have a set of potential consumers. We have redBus on one side. So we'll again start with understanding female consumers. We conducted lots of in-depth interviews of both the female passengers as well as travel operators. So we found out that the female passengers are not willing to take night buses. They are looking for safety and comfort. Many a times they themselves are not the decision makers, but elderly people, parents and guardians are the ones who decide the means of transport. Similarly, they also look for other facilities such as pre-boarding convenience in terms of dropping and boarding points. So the gist of this is that the primary concern that is hindering the potential female consumers from taking a bus is safety, but we also cannot ignore the secondary concerns of comfort and hygiene. So where does redBus stands as of now is redBus is providing a lot of features which is directly addressing some of these issues, be it tracking, choosing a seat, providing ratings, or even plethora of choices of boarding and dropping points. So so we can see that consumer wants services that cater to their safety concerns, and redBus is providing some of those answering some of those safety concerns. But so we need to identify where does the gap lie, and that's where we come in. We go back to the interviews and we find out that awareness among the potential consumers is one of the things that we need to look into. Secondly, we also need to provide some additional features that the cab services are doing. So
So therefore our recommendations is a 3-stage process, like we said. First we want to build awareness, then trust, and then we want to meet expectations. So going forward, like we said, we will target both the traditional media as well as digital media. We want to reach to the masses, we want to reach to the key influencers who are parents and guardians, and hence we want to go to television, newspapers and magazines. But we also want to reach to our primary target, and hence we want to target Google, Facebook and redBus website as well. Now, in terms of building trust, what we've done is we've identified a set of few specific needs, and we've formulated our ideas and also assessed the feasibility of those ideas. For example, we want to provide staff reviews, operator-wise reviews by female passengers, and we also want to launch a helpline number during travel. So in case there's a change of bus route, which is one of the safety concerns, the consumer can call back to the company and check whether the change has been authorized or not. Lastly, there is the need for more number of female attendants on board. Also, by checking the feasibility, we realized that 2 out of 3 are largely possible.
If I look at your communication slides, it's all very, very English. Have you looked at the profile of the average bus traveler? I mean, to have a cosmopolitan there, for example, is so niche. Is that the average bus traveler? I'm just very confused by the profile of the female you're targeting.
Sure. That was one example of a sample content.
Everything is English.
But
everything is Western.
Sure, sir.
There's no cue of Bharat there.
I'll take you back to the real India. Then in the traditional media, we said there's television, there's newspaper, and there's a traditional magazine, which is a Saheli or a Sarita. And why we chose that is because consumers like us wouldn't maybe travel by a bus if they want to travel intercity. We'll maybe take a train or a flight. But consumers who are maybe at a lower level of SEC, and it's not even income segregated, but maybe other types of consumers do take buses.
You won't take a bus.
So now, given the convenience that I have in case of flight or train, and given that I'm behaving like, for now I'm behaving like a consumer who does not know that there are facilities existing in redBus.
Right.
Only if I'm made aware, then it's possible for me that few years down the line, I have trust in the brand redBus.
Down the line.
Okay, so it will take some time to build trust in the brand redBus. The plan that we proposed...
Finally, I'll come to that also. Trust, who is the entity, which is the entity which fails in trust? Is it redBus or the operator?
The operator ultimately is running all the fleet and everything. So it's obviously up to the operator to actually provide the services. But since redBus is in this business and something called safety is hindering their businesses. So what we are suggesting is when redBus is acting as an aggregator, it actually goes down onto the ground and provides features and actually communicates those features to the target population.
See, we don't have infinite budgets, right?
Sure.
So, you in traditional media, you've recommended all kinds of options. So, if we were to pick up one media, what would be your recommendation? And that phrase is all about talking to the parents, right?
Yeah.
That's why you've chosen traditional media. So, Tell me, what's your thought process on this? We can't go all over the place, right?
So in traditional media, for example, we distinguish it in the form of traditional and online. So in traditional, given that we want to cater to both the mothers and the father, because both together take the decision and act as influencers. So we'd go to the biggest form of advertising and biggest form of promotion. We'll go to the television medium, wherein both the parents are present, instead of just going to the mom by way of magazines and just going to maybe only the father by way of newspapers. And in online channels, I think it wouldn't cost as much, because given if we redBus become successful in a few months' time and we manage to get a bigger advertising clout online, we can have Facebook, Twitter and YouTube simultaneously. But given that our primary target is present majorly on Facebook and the conversion rates are very high, because the number of posts that you can have, the web pages that you can create, more number of impressions you can get. So if we have to choose one, we'll majorly go on Facebook.
So I have one question, because your entire hypothesis is basis saying that the current features are good enough and the awareness is what it will primarily drive. Okay, so what's the current level of awareness amongst the TG, between let's say 18 to 40 of the features, and what's the traction of those features? How convinced are you saying that these features are good enough, or do you need something else than what currently happens?
Answer this question in two parts. One is definitely awareness. Spreading awareness is one of the main drivers, and a significant part is also additional features.
So I'm asking, what's the current level of awareness of these features?
Of the existing features?
Yeah, of the existing features.
The existing features, the situation is such that people know the name redBus, but they don't know that a tracking feature is available.
What percentage of the consumers know these features exist?
So have you asked it?
Have you asked it?
If we go by the in-depth interviews that we conducted, not more than 25% of the women or in the TG that we were considering, 15 to 35 actually knew that there was a tracking feature. Only 25% knew.
Okay.
So similar, the same experience goes to other features as well, because tracking is the most important. Other similar features are also.
And when you combine all these features, these percentages would go down drastically, because people knowing that all these features are available are even less.
Thank you, team. May I request you to please step outside while the jury deliberates, and we're going to find out which is the team that makes it to the penultimate stage of this competition. Well, first of all, let's have a big round of applause for both these teams. You all did really well. Really well. You all did put your best foot forward. But secondly, only one winner. And the winner this year at the campus round of IIM Ahmedabad is Team Lime Water. Congratulations. The winner today gets grand cash prize of 50,000 rupees, a fast-track route to the pre-placement interview round at HUL, super stylish watches from Fossil and Lime hampers. So congratulations is all you win. And may I request Abhijit to please present the check of 50,000 rupees. For you on this episode of Line 7. Do join us next week as the Lime Caravan stops at XLRI Jamshedpur, and we'll find out what their campus round is all about. Until then, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.